Hey everybody, Dr. Mark Lantz here. Welcome to Motivational Monday. Today I want to talk about change. Change as a leader, because you see, change is probably more important than ever because the world of ministry, the world of leadership is changing faster than we've ever seen it before. So what is your greatest fear about change? I think most of us, we fear change not because we're afraid of change itself, but because we're afraid that it's going to backfire. Let's not be like one of those guys that makes it more complicated than what it needs to be by storming into change like a military general so aggressively, and then suddenly we look over our shoulder and we find out nobody's following. You see, leading change requires a skill set. And the good news is a skill set can be learned. So I want to be careful about what you and I actually say, or maybe even what we don't say as we are leading into change. So let me give you 3 things not to say, because if you say the right thing, change really can happen easily. But if you say the wrong thing, then the change you hope to see will unravel right in front of you. So here's what not to say when leading change. First of all, don't ever say, everybody's gonna love these changes because they are so awesome. Guess what? Not everybody's gonna stand up and cheer wildly when you introduce change. In fact, you need to be aware that if you wanna successfully navigate through change, you've gotta empathize with people. You see, one of the characteristics of level 2 leadership that we talked about a couple of weeks ago is actually to see through other people's eyes. So when you're implementing change, you've got to learn to see the change through the eyes of the people who are going to be impacted by that change. I know that's tough for some of us, but we've got to at times validate the feelings of others so they understand that we understand them. You see, empathizing with people's pain often opens them up to change. So don't ever say that everybody's going to immediately be on board. Number 2, don't ever say that you've got it all figured out. People are going to automatically follow because we've got this thing. Guess what? Even though you think you know it all, guess what? You don't know it all. You don't have it all figured out. I don't have it all figured out. We may have a strategy, but we don't know what lies between here and the end of that strategy. So sometimes you just got to be honest and say, listen, we're not 100% sure that this is going to work, but what we've been doing is not working, so we're going to try this. Lastly, don't ever say that people know the past is irrelevant, so we've got to charge into the future. Listen, it's a mistake to dismiss the past. I mean, think about this. History didn't start the day that you showed up on the job. We've got to acknowledge that what happened in the past mattered. It's important, but it's only pointing us to the future. So when we communicate about change, we need to tell people that we've had some great moments in the past, we've had some great seasons in the past, but we want to ensure that we have many more great moments and season in the future. So listen, friend, if you're in the midst of navigating change in your business, ministry, whatever it might be, learn to say the right things and avoid saying the wrong things. You can do this, I can do this together, but we've got to present change in the way that people understand. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for Motivational Mondays every single week. I want you to like the video if you will, share it with your family, share it with your friends, and come back and join us every single Monday as we chase the life God's created us to live.